He's still surfing at such a high level and will give any of these guys a run for their money and could easily take someone like this down. But Taka, man, he's just looking so smooth. Great footwork. Love the drop knee, the variety in his turns. Look at that little working of the tail and the rail back into the hang 5, hang 10. The elevation coming out unfortunately goes down on the finish, but what a great combination before that.
Such a talent, Taka, and just comes off the back of winning the Japanese longboard title. So a reigning Japanese longboard champion, which is a big achievement because there's a thriving longboard community.
Wrapping the ankles around the rails.
He was looking at that because you can see that one had a good right that was going all the way into the beach. And looks like outside. There we go. Yes, that's our Japanese. That's Taka Inoue. He got a good one early on. Look how tight in the pocket he is there. I mean, it is wild and woolly, all that white water in the face. You know how that'll let go your fins sometimes. Made that all work. Big carving cut back there for him. Another one. Definitely getting a great score out of this exchange. Not even finished, finishing it strong on the inside. Well done. That will back up that 6.0. Hasn't made any progress. So let's re-look at Taka's wave here. Look how fast. I mean, he is screaming along, climbed up higher into the pocket on that wave. Nice stretch 5, the Paul Stroud cheater 5 right there. Then he sets himself, didn't rush it, sets himself up so he gets that nice carving turn. Puts two of them together with a big drop knee like that. Very smooth, adds a third one in there. And a great finish right there. That was a very a little tribute dab right there.
It's pretty fourth, but still plenty of time. They've got kind of low scores in their totals.
And that's Taka Inoue there. He just picked off the corner of one of those big rights while he was on his way back out, just because he knew he'd just watched the previous wave as he was paddling back out. He knew it was going to have an opportunity for speed and power. Great drone footage of there, watching his footwork. A little body English there to keep that board going the way he wanted. And that's what's so interesting is, you control a longboard with so much lower body work, but that upper body torque can add so much into it.
A bit of body Japanese there
yeah.
From him on the inside. And backed up his score, maybe heard it read out, maybe he didn't. Even if he did, he wasn't wasting any time. He saw the opportunity, grabbed it with both hands or both feet as he gets those 10 toes sweetly over the nose. And we love that all day long.
There's that turn. He's using that drop knee in there again. It's the way that thing likes to finish on the inside. Gets on the nose. Steps it back. One more big one. Let the whitewater help him come around. And there's that body language trying to keep it from tipping over. Finishes strong. Was not the biggest wave of the heat, but definitely he knew it had that good open face all the way through on that right.
Pretty narrow in the tail, pretty wide in the nose, so kind of stating his intention.
Galicia, as we see Hawaiian Kai Salas surfing against Taka Inoue from Japan. The heat has already started. Taka, a late arrival. We just got the official news that Taka just had a little bit of a dehydration perhaps turn. He was in the medical area. He nearly fainted apparently, and maybe that might have been nerves, anxiety.
The Japanese flag, that was such a cool moment, knowing that he was just laying in the doctor's tent a moment ago, not sure that he could even walk. And there he is. He's already up and riding. First wave of the heat. Nice, beautiful drop knee cut back. I mean, he looks okay. Let's hope that he's okay throughout the remainder of this heat. Throws in some variety already. I mean, his mind is as sharp as ever to be able to surf this way at that moment. How tight was that footwork coming through to the inside? He is, I just feel like right now he's carrying the momentum of the crowd with him.
I think it was all a stunt. I think it was a stunt.
He's such a cheeky little kid. He's always got this little grin on.
I think it was all strategy. It was all just planning it. It was all about coming out guns blazing. Kicks off with a score. Kai Salas has already dropped to 177. 26 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Here's Taka's first wave. There we go. Sets himself up with great flow. A beautiful drop knee turn. Looking for that pocket. Stalling, slowing with this cross step turn. And again, a nice setup there. And there's those steps up to the tip. A beautiful soul arch 10. And all of those footsteps back to the tail in a smooth flowing blast off the top, and a score ready to be dropped for Taka. Now the priority would have switched to Taka, who's up and riding on the nose, pulls up for the 10, hangs in there in the pocket, stretches back for the 5, stays on with the soul arch. You can hear the audience hooting and cheering. Back up for another 5, sets himself up again for one more 5, stretches out a little bit out on the shoulder, losing the flow, the speed, because he's a bit wide of the pocket, but Taka Inoue getting the locals and all of the traveling pros stoked. He is
peeling rights out in the lineup today as we take another look at this from Taka. Nice calm steps to start off with, and then really quick to the nose, finding that perfect pocket in from that back of that section and cutting through it straight on the nose. Sticks to that hang 5 after the hang 10. Couple steps back and a couple steps forward again to gain some speed coming through to the inside. This is where he loses that flow. I like that description, Sam. You know, having to pump that board, it means that you've lost the flow of the wave, that trim line, and that's an important thing to keep hold of while longboarding, but the work was already done.
He's sitting with priority, having a little look at this wave. Is Kai going to go for it? Taka's up and riding, sets himself up on the left-hander. 4 steps to a hang 5, pedals back, 4 steps back up to another hang 5 again, dropping the arms for a little soul arch, shuffles to readjust his feet, puts that Piccolo Clemente lightweight high rocket board on rail, rebounds again off the foam, moving quickly, 20 kilometers per hour with that little flighting statistics on his singlet.
Kick scores outside of that, but he's got a decent score to drop in as well. Taka setting up that high line on the left. Great touch to the hang 5, so no hang time, but then this second nose ride, pulling in for that really tight 5 to 10. A little bit of rail work.
Bit scrappy this wave, I think, relative to the flow and the fluidity of that 4-1 and that 5-2-0, his first 2 waves. This a little bit more scrappy and perhaps not such a dynamic single maneuver in the mix. So I don't think it's going to go higher than his 5.2. Didn't have the dynamic element of his other waves, but he's up and riding once again. 5-10, hold, pedals back, and hangs on to a really critical section and throws in that drop knee turn. This wave has still got more scoring potential as he uses the drop knee once again. Is there going to be a reform? He comes off the bottom, off the top, and hangs on. So that opening 5-10 and that hold.
Coming up against Honolulu at Bloomfield, it's going to be a great matchup once again for the second event of the World Longboard Championships.
Do you think it's going to make a difference that Chloe surfed in the first semi? She hasn't.
Take a win in an event like this would just be such an amazing thing.
So Taka Inoue's footwork so quick and clean. There's that 5. Look at these soul arches, really stylish, arms low, and the acceleration as he stretched that foot back there and kept that board in trim, and uses that footwork to step back up for another nose ride, and so quick on his feet.
Yeah, super quick on his feet. Great couple nose rides to start off with. Nice